Hi, and welcome to Ukulele Lessons EZ 1B. Today we're going to talk about how to use your tuner to tune up your ukulele. Okay, first of all, you got to keep in mind that the open strings of your ukulele are G, C, E, and A. G, C, E, and A. Okay, so those are the notes that you want to use on your tuner when you're tuning up. Now, first of all, when you're probably tuning up for the first time, your strings may be out of tune and may be brand new and they may be needing stretching. The more they stretch, the more likely they are to stay more in tune. Now, keep in mind, as you're using a tuner, probably when the note that you see on your tuner will not just pop up as a G. It might pop up some other letters. For instance, maybe, let's say it pops up as an E. Well, you're going to have to tighten your strings, tune up to bring it to a G. And if it's too high, let's say you popped up to an A, to tune to that G, you have to tune down to a G. Okay, so let me start by giving you an example of how tuning up a tuner looks like. Okay, I'm using this tuner here, and keep in mind my tuners are a little broken, so I'm using a big clip here to clip on my tuner to my ukulele. But you know, usually the tuner can easily just clip onto your neck. This is a good tuner, so I didn't want to just discard it, so that's why I still use it. I really like this tuner. Okay, first of all, we're looking for, once again, we're looking for G, C, E, and A. So let's start with the top string. That's the string over here. G, C, E, and A. G, C, E, and A. Top to bottom. Starting with a G string on top. Here we go. So as I play my first string, it usually lights up green to let you know that it's tuned. It's right there in tune with G. See how it kind of moves, the little arrow moves to the middle section or the middle arrow of the tuner, and then you have a G that lights up there. That's one you want to keep in mind. The numbers that you see there, don't concern yourself with them for now. They're just frequency numbers letting you know that that's the pitch of the note. In other words, 4/4 is the recommended tuning pitch or perfect pitch or whatever it is, but don't concern yourself with that. You also want to notice that on some tuners you might see at the top here clip, or you might see mic, or you might see U, which means ukulele, or C, which means chromatic. Try to use either what it says clip over there or U for ukulele. However, the other tunings would work too. For instance, mic would also work too, but this would work better if you would use that. Okay, once again, G. Next string is a C. Next string is an E. And the bottom high string is an A. So that's basically how it looks. Now keep in mind, and like I talked about a little earlier, if the note doesn't pop up a G, try to take note what note it is. So first of all, if you're tuning a G string, you know that you got to get a G. So if it pops up, let's say an E note or an F note, well, you have to tighten the string to bring it to a G. Okay? And also in reverse, if it goes past it, let's say you go up to a B or A, well, to get to a G you have to go back down. So in other words, the music system follows kind of like an alphabetical system, and I just kind of wrote this up here. So think of it as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it repeats to A. So every time you come to a G, you have to repeat the A again. And it just repeats the same pattern. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? So that's basically how the musical notation works. We'll talk about more of that in ukulele too, Right now, really just concern yourself about tuning, what notes you need to know for tuning the ukulele, how to find the notes, and how you can pick it up out of the different notes when you're trying to tune your ukulele. Okay, I'm going to try another tuner. This tuner is a little different. It doesn't have like an arrow or anything that reads up. However, and some of the LEDs burnt out, so it might not be too clear, but let me just to give you an idea. The first string, okay, that's a G. I know it's not looking exactly like a G, but that's a G. On this particular tuner, it's difficult to get just the green. Oh, there we go. So that's a G. The next string is a C. Oh, that's good. Next string is a E. As long as it's pretty close, as long as you see that green light there, okay, you're in tune. You don't want to see all red. It's not good. That means you're not in tune. So I think this particular tune is a little hard to get it all on green. It is possible though. But this is another kind of tuner if you do get this kind of tuner. I recommend trying to get the tuner that has the arrow on it, like you saw in the previous example. Okay, so those are two examples of how to use your tuner. There are all kinds of tuners, but generally they all kind of work the same. If you just tell your salesperson when you're going to pick up your tuner at the store, tell them you're looking for an ukulele tuner, and tell them to help you with it. I strongly suggest that you ask, especially if you're not too good at tuning up your own ukulele, ask the salesperson at the store to tune up your ukulele for you, and then from then on just keep practicing tuning your ukulele every day, several times a day. Okay, you don't want to go too long, or like you don't want to really skip a day not tuning your ukulele, because the closer you can keep your ukulele in tune, the more likely it's to stay around the notes that that you need to stay in tune. In other words, if you tune every day, you're probably going to be pretty close to a G, pretty close to a C, pretty close to an E, and pretty close to an A. Okay, so you don't have to, your tuning won't vary too much. However, if you don't practice tuning and you don't tune up your ukulele every day, and your ukulele is brand new and you have brand new strings and they're stretching, what's going to happen is your strings are going to really get out of tune. You may want to wait on here. That means you got to tighten it up all the way up to get to a G from a C or a B or a D. Okay. Now, if you need to, by all means, back up the tutorial, listen to it again, try to really understand what it is to know how to tune your ukulele. Okay, once you're ready to move on, we'll see you at the next tutorial. And most of all, the most important homework you have is to tune up your ukulele every day, several times a day. It's going to really make it a whole lot easier for keeping your ukulele in tune. Okay, we'll see you at the next tutorial.